since we're going to have to convert from one type of measurement, one unit to another unit all year long, I'm going to show you a really simple method for doing just that. It's called dimensional analysis. Now, the examples I give you today are going to be really, really simple. You're going to think, oh, this is really easy, Mr. Dixon. It's really simple, but when we get to the harder problems later on during this year, you're going to really want to have this method down perfect. So work through the simple problems and you'll get used to it. Here we go. So dimensional analysis, we're going to convert 5 kilograms to grams. Okay, so the number of steps we have to take. First step is going to be start with the given value. So wherever they give you, you want to start with that. Write that down first. Include the units. Always have the units. If you have a number with no units, the number is naked. Don't be naked in my class. Always have units with every number. Dress it up, people. Here we go. So I'm going to write down 5 kilograms. 5 kilograms right down here. Simple step. Second step, here we go. Our second step is to leave a space for factors. So at the very bottom, I have about 5 kilograms here, 5 kg. I'm going to multiply times something. I'm going to draw a line. So I'm going to multiply times a numerator and a denominator. So we're always going to multiply times these factors. We have the equal sign over here. So that's our second step. Leave a space for factors. Third step, identify where you want to go. So I know I'm starting with 5 kilograms. I want to go to grams. So I put a G over here. Here's my grams. That's what I want to end up with. Now let's deal with this space. To deal with the space then, we're going to record the unit we want to discard, the unit we want to get rid of. So we have kilograms, but I don't want those units. I want to get rid of kilograms. So I'm going to place kilograms in the denominator. So notice here it's on top. 5 kilograms is the same thing as writing 5 kilograms over 1. Pull this line over, there it is, boom. So I've got kilograms in the numerator. If I want to get rid of it, I have to place kilograms in the denominator. Got it? Good. Next step. Now I want to identify the units I want to go to. Record that and place that up above. So I want to end up with grams. I'm going to place grams then, G, up above here. So I'm all set with my units. I'm going to get rid of kilograms and go to grams. Now we have the next step is got to figure out what's the relationship between these two units, between grams and kilograms. Now in class tomorrow, I'm going to show you a really easy method for identifying the relationship between these two units. I'll just tell you right now that it's going to be 1,000 grams for every 1 kilogram. Super? Now there's nothing left to do but do the math. So we have 5 kilograms times 1,000 grams divided by 1 kilogram. We're going to cancel out the kilograms. They're gone. I'm left with grams. Perfect. That's what I wanted over here, grams. And I take 5 times 1,000 and I multiply that out. And I should come up with a value of, that's right, 5,000. Wait, where is it? There it is. 5,000 grams. Now box your final answer because your teacher is not very bright. They will not be able to figure out your answer unless you box it. Make sure you identify that is your final answer. Good? All right, let's try another example. Here we're going to convert 4.2 kilometers to centimeters. So I've already started here with what they've given me, 4.2 kilometers. I'm going to multiply times something. Here's my space for the factors. And I'm going to end up with what kind of units? Well, let's place that in there right now. I want to end up with centimeters. So I'll place that here. Super. I'm going to get rid of kilometers. It goes on the bottom. It's in the numerator. I'm going to put this in the denominator to get rid of it. I'm going to go to centimeters, put that on top. What's my relationship between these two things? Well, as it turns out, it's going to be 100,000 centimeters to 1 kilometer. And once again, tomorrow in class, I'll show you how to figure that out. So here we go. Let's see if I've done this correctly. Kilometers cancels with kilometers. I'm left with centimeters. That's what I wanted. Just crunch numbers now, and we're off to the races. Answer, of course, is 420,000 centimeters. And we box the final answer. We are good to go. Okay, here we go. Last example. So in this example, we're going to convert 5.6 quarts to centiliters. Now this is a two-step problem. We're going to do 2 steps and make it all just one problem. So once again, start with what you're given, 5.6 quarts. I want to, first of all, get rid of the quarts. So that goes on the bottom here. Boom. I want to go to, well, they gave me a conversion here. They told me that 1 quart is equal to 0.94 liters. So I'm going to go from quarts to liters. A liter up here. There we go. That's not what I want, though. I want to end up with centiliters. So there's a second step that has to happen. So I'm going to go ahead and multiply again times another factor. I'm not going to put an equal sign, do the math, and then do another step. I'm going to do both these steps all at once. So now I'm going to get rid of liters. Goes on bottom. I'm going to go to centiliters, which is what I want to end up with in the very end. So equals my centiliters there. Good. Now I have to plug in the relationship. So the relationship between quarts and liters, they told me here is 0.94. So I have 0.94 liters for every 1 quart. And I've got, as it turns out, 100 centiliters for every 1 liter. Let's see if it worked out correctly. Quarts canceled with quarts. Liters canceled with liters. I'm left with centiliters. I'm on the right track because that's what I wanted. Crunching numbers then we should end up with, that's right, 526.4. But wait a minute, sig figs. So I've got 2 sig figs here. I want to have 2 sig figs, my final answer. So I should have a final answer of, there it is, 530 centiliters. And box that final answer once again. That's it. Pretty simple steps. Follow these steps and you can't go wrong. Good luck.